169 members of Parliament voted against this motion, only 103 voting for it in Parliament today.
The DA called for the motion based on President Jacob Zuma's alleged close relationship with the Gupta family.
The DA described the sacking of former Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene, the current Hawks investigation into Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan and the Waterkloof aeroplane landing debacle as examples of state capture. The party says the president and some of his cabinet are serving the interests of the Gupta family instead of the country.
We have to stand up against state capture because it undermines the rule of law. We have to stand up against state capture because it undermines public trust in independent institutions. We have to stand up against state capture because it undermines the legitimacy of democracy itself.
The largest opposition party in this Parliament seeks to use their debating powers and voices in this House and their financial support base to change for their own ends the policies of a legitimately elected government.
We've been calling for the establishment of a judicial commission into this matter, and we support this motion to establish this ad hoc committee to investigate the following. That it was the Guptas who replaced Mr. Ramatlhodi. We know for a fact that the presidential convoy was outside the Gupta's family on the day before Zwane was appointed. All ministers and premiers, mayors of places where the ANC governs were forced to sign contracts to bankroll the New Age and the ANN7.
We've heard the allegations being made today in the House in terms of what's happening in the country. We've seen on television, we've witnessed what the papers write. Quite obviously, whether the facts are correct or not, there's a perception out there that South Africa is currently suffering from state capture.
State capture as a form of grand corruption is the most pernicious and intractable problem for our economy, and in particular, given the triple evils facing our country. When private individuals and groups shape laws, policies, and regulations to the taste of their own advantage by providing illicit private gains to the public official, any hope to address the fundamental developmental challenges of the nation are compromised, and the poor is at the losing end.
Before voting, the ANC tried to amend the motion, but the House chair ruled against it, saying it would change the scope of the motion. However, the DA's attempt for a parliamentary investigation into state capture was unable to muster the necessary votes. Abra Babia, SABC News, Parliament.